What's going on, everybody? Back with some college football player props. First time of the season. I am super excited. We only got 3 games today. It is week 0, so there's not a whole lot going on, but I'm still super excited for some of these games. Really excited for the Georgia Tech Florida State game. So I do have 4 picks for you today. 3 of those are going to be college football. One of them is going to be an NFL, it's a free square. So we really only have 3 plays today in today's video, but hopefully we can sweep the board. We went 3-1 yesterday on our free picks, making a 7-1 in our last 2 days. Almost swept again last night. Our man Miller for the Dodgers just could not, or I'm just not going to say he couldn't. He did. He did too much for us. His under on him ended up chalking us. But anyways, guys, I do have another free month of VIP that I'm giving away in this video. This is coming from the comments of our last video, randomly picked. I'm doing that in today's video too. If this video gets 100 likes, I'll pick a random comment in the comments below to win a free month of VIP. So smash the like button. Make sure you guys are subscribed. Like 70% of you guys are not. So make sure you guys are hitting that sub button. Leave a comment and leave a like for your chance at free VIP. Let's pick our winner from our last video. Winner is the original Taps. He said, just subbed. I appreciate the sub, man. It means a lot. You got yourself a free month of VIP. Send me a message on Discord, and I will get you that squared away today, man. And we do have a lot of picks, guys. We have some coming from college football, like I said. We got NFL. We actually swept the board on NFL yesterday. If you guys tailed our free picks, you would have cashed our free picks as well. But I'm going to go ahead and pull up some of these slips for you guys, just so you can see. Swept the board again. This is like our 5th sweep on NFL preseason. So if you think we're not going to sweep on regular season 2, out of your mind. We have been killing it. Cashed Mac Jones, Baker Mayfield here. We cashed Mayfield and Lawrence right here for another $50 to $150. Sorry, I got confused because I saw Mayfield twice. But anyway, 3-man slip right here. $50 won us $250. Cashed that one, and then we cashed an underdog slip as well, which was $30. And just had Trevor Lawrence and then Heineke. So love playing some football right now, guys. This is a big change for us, and I've been really excited. I'm getting a little bored with baseball, not gonna lie. I know during NBA season and stuff, I'll be missing baseball, but for now, I have been a little bit bored. Here's our play yesterday that cashed. I hadn't posted a winning slip yet, but Flexing and Meyer. Flexing ended up with 5 hits allowed. Meyer ended up with 2 walks, so that cashed for us yesterday. I got another free slip for you guys today as well, so make sure you guys stick around to the end to get that. But if you guys want to get every play that we have, head on over to our Patreon. Link to our Patreon is down in the description. It'll look like this. You hit subscribe pretty much, $25 a month, and you connect your Discord, and you get every single play that we post. We're going to have a lot of football plays coming up in the next couple weeks. I'm telling you guys, you want to be a part of it. But anyways, I got one plug before we jump into these free picks. That plug is going to be for our boys over at DGF. If you guys don't know what DGF is, it's an optimizer. It is a tool that takes all of our plays from apps like Prizepicks and UNDERDOG, compares it directly back to these sports books. It'll give you a % odds to hit. Some sports books gives you a positive EV value if it's actually a sports book. And then you get their DGF odds right here. So love the platform, guys. You get 25% off your entire purchase if you use code ACES. Link for that is down in the description. Plus, you guys get free VIP, our VIP for free for the entirety of keeping DGF. So if you have DGF for a year, you get our VIP for a year. So it's a no-brainer. Sign up for DGF if you haven't already. Tons of plays on the board. There's going to just be more and more sports that start playing. So once we have football, college football, NBA, college basketball, we got all these different sports going on. There'll be tons of plays on here. So highly recommend you guys give it a try. And like I said, you do get free VIP if you try it out. So I like to use it. I look at it every single day. I'm not going to say I always take plays, but and I'm not going to say just take the top 3 plays because they're 55% hit rate right here. That don't mean they're always going to cash. Do your own research as well. But if you compare your own research with plays from DGF, most of the time you're going to find some plays that are going to cash for you. So anyways, guys, let's go ahead and jump into these free picks today. We're going to be jumping over to OUTLIER right here. I got it set to college football. I'm going to go ahead and set these games so it doesn't show all the plays from everything from next week as well. So you got August 31st right here. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to hit the Georgia Tech game, SMU game, and then Bobcats game. So we're just going to click this right here. I only got these 3 games to look at today, and we're going to go for our picks. So first pick of the day is going to be a rushing yard play. So I'm not huge on playing rushing yards. Sometimes I do. Today, I like them. So I got 2 rushing yard plays today, and they're both coming from the Georgia Tech Florida State game, and we'll talk about that right here. It is week 0, game 1. So bear with me on these because I don't know exactly what's going to happen here. We got some players that's been transferred over, like we got Roydell Williams from Alabama back on, or not back, but on Florida State now. So some of these rushing yards, I don't know how many carries they're going to get. I don't know how it's going to happen, but I'm assuming they're going to play a decent amount. So first one, I'm taking Jamal Haynes. We got him over 68.5 rushing yards, minus 119. I personally think this Georgia Tech and Florida State game is going to be close. They got, I think Florida State's like minus 400 odds to win, and I think Georgia Tech has a chance. I think they're going to cover the spread anyway. I think Georgia Tech is like plus 13.5. I think they're going to keep it within 2 touchdowns, me personally. Florida State's a good team, and they do have a really good running back now, plus a good quarterback. But other than that, I just do think Georgia Tech's going to be a tough matchup for them. So looking at this, over 68.5 rushing yards is pick number 1. He's catched it 6 straight games. This doesn't really matter, guys. It really doesn't. I mean, this is all from last season. Looking at different teams here, head-to-head, he had 0 carries last year versus Florida State. They got beat 41-16. So if you look at it like that, yeah, we don't have any matchups versus Florida State on for our man Jamal Haynes. Cashed it 9 of his 13 games last season. You can see 69% hit rate. I think he's going to have a good game tonight. 70 is still going to be tough for Florida State. If you scroll down here to the rankings, and you can see right here Florida State's rushing yards defense, 70th. They give up 152 rushing yards per game, and I think most of those rushing yards today, if Georgia Tech can get anywhere close to 150, is going to be coming from our man Jamal Haynes. So looking at that, you can see Georgia Tech. Well, let's swap this around. So Georgia Tech's offense rushing yards, they got 203 rushing yards per game last season, which is 13th in the nation. So looking at that, with the amount of rushing yards Georgia Tech has been getting, with most of them coming from our man Jamal Haynes last year, you can see several games where he had over 100. So I think he's going to have a good game tonight. I think he's going to, or today's 12 p.m., but anyway, today. But I think he's going to be able to get 70 rushing yards for us today. And I'm going to lock him in. I'm locking in Jamal Haynes. You can see here, you can come down to the insights. Exceeded 64.5 in 6 straight games. And it's actually 68.5, which is what I'm locking it in on. I think Prizepicks is at 68.5. Yeah, right here. But Jamal Haynes, 68.5 rushing yards as pick number 1. So I'm locking that in. I like to play. If you want to fade it, you can fade it. I think the next one's honestly a little bit even more risky than the Jamal Haynes play. Maybe. But what we're going to be going is Roydell Williams. So Roydell Williams, you can see here, they're kind of leaning towards the under. The under's on top. Usually that means it's 50-50 odds. It doesn't even matter. Forget what I was about to say. But I'm going to lock in the over. And you're about to see these charts and be like, why in the heck would you lock in the over? So over 71.5. He's missed it every single game in his last 10. And he only got it 1 game last season. Now, looking at this, you're going to think, why the frick would I play this? But he did come from Alabama. So if you look at these games, you can see Bama, LSU, Bama, Bama, whatever. So anyway, you can see all these games he played for Bama. He just transferred over. Now, you got to think they have Milroe on Bama. So if you look at Milroe's rushing yards in a lot of those games, I think I looked at I pulled up, I think it was the Auburn game. I was just looking at Auburn for reference versus Georgia Tech because I figured it might maybe kind of a similar matchup. But anyway, I was looking at Auburn, and Milroe had more rushing yards than Roydell Williams. So games like that is why Roydell Williams is so far down in terms of rushing yards. Now, today, I think he's going to have a great game. You look at Georgia Tech, they give up 221 rushing yards, 131th in the nation, which is one of the lowest. So that's why it's a big green button right there. And then you can come over here, you can look at Florida State's rushing yards. They get 150 per game. That was last season. I think their rushing game is going to be a lot better, or their running game is going to be a lot better this season, personally, with Roydell Williams. Roydell Williams, I think he's going to have a good game tonight. I think he'll probably get 70 or 80 rushing yards at least. I think he's going to cover the 72 for us. That's me personally. Now, like I said, this is the first game playing for Florida State. I don't know how many ball touches he's going to get. I don't know what's going to happen this game, but I am going to take Roydell Williams over 71.5 rushing yards, and I'm going to go ahead and pull him up right here, 71.5. So those are the 2 rushing yard plays I'm playing. They're coming from the same game at 12 o'clock. I like them both. This could end up biting me in the butt, but I am going to take a risk on these 2 today. So looking at those 2 plays, those are our first 2. Our free square that we ended up taking was it was Joe Burrow over 0.5 passing yards, which you got right here. Cincinnati versus New England, 0.5 per passing yards, and this is what we locked in: $50 for 157, a little 3-point or triple your money slip, whatever. And then we took our man Stone over 230 passing yards, which is actually lower on Prizepicks. I like this play. I think he's going to cover both, and that's why I locked him in here to get the 1.7 value, because I like the value here. So we're going to pull up our man Stone, and we'll look at that real quick too. So Preston Stone over passing yards. Just going to scroll down here, passing yards. We got him over 225.5. It's a coin flip on both of these. We're going to pull up this here. So he cashed it 8 of his last 10 games last season. On this season so far, on the last season, the entire season, he cashed it 10 of 12 games. And you can see he cashed it 83%, which he had 1 game he almost had 400 passing yards. Dude was a menace. And yeah, this was 2023. So I'll pull up my write-up for this one. And I got Stone. He's highly recruited out of high school. He had offers from teams like Alabama and Texas. It shows the talent this guy has. He threw for 3,200 yards last season before he ended up getting hurt versus Navy. He is back healthy now. He won starting quarterback job for SMU. They're huge favorites in this one. And I think Stone has another great game versus Nevada. I don't think he's going to chalk this 225 unless they blow him out so bad they just don't pull him back in. So that's or they put a secondary quarterback in or something because they don't want to risk injury again. But anyways, I love this play, guys, and I'm going to be locking in Preston Stone over 225.5. So looking at Nevada, they give up 115th in the league in passing yards, which is 254. And then you can scroll down to SMU. Passing yards, they get 278, and yeah, they absolutely smashed this number. So Preston Stone is one of my favorite plays of the day. I kind of liked Ukulele a little bit too, but I ended up deciding to go with Roydell Williams instead. If you guys wanted to take his passing yards, 232 is high for him too, in my opinion. We'll see. I don't really want to play too many plays from one game. That would be 3 from one game, so I'm kind of going to fade that one here. But we have more. We will have more in VIP. So let's go ahead and pull up Preston Stone over here. Preston Stone 225.5 passing yards, and if you guys want to throw in a goblin play somewhere, 174 passing yards, I love that play. So that's what you could lock in. If you want to make that 4 plays, we can just call that 4 plays. Obviously, if he cashes this one, he's going to cash both. But if you guys wanted to fade the Preston Stone at 225.5, you could do that. Let's see what we got for rushing yards. If they have any type of all right, let's do this. It's going to be the same thing. But I was going to say take the Roydell Williams Goblin instead of the Preston Stone Goblin. If I had to pick one between these two, I like the Preston Stone better than the Roydell Williams personally. Not by much, but I do like it. So you could lock in any of these Goblins. I like both the Goblins as well. If I'm going to say take Preston Stone's Goblin. We'll use that as our Goblin play of the day. It's going to be the same thing. Just so there is 4 picks on here. I don't like giving less than 4. But anyway, we got Jamal Haynes, 68.5 rushing yards over. Roydell Williams over 71.5 rushing yards. If you want to take his Goblin at 49.5, obviously it's going to be better. It's not going to be as good of a payout, but he has a way higher chance of cashing that. I think he's going to cash it for sure. So those are you can take either of those. And same thing for Preston Stone. If you want to get Preston Stone over 225.5 passing yards, I think he cashes that. 230 on Sleeper, which I locked in already. You guys just saw on our free slip for the day. And then Preston Stone over 174.5 passing yards is probably one of my favorite plays on the board right now. So those are our plays for the day. You can lock in any of these how you want. It is actually 5 if you consider both Goblins, but it's totally we'll see how it goes. If it sweeps, we'll say 5. But I don't know. Anyway, I'll figure it out. I'll figure out what I'm going to do with that. But anyways, those are our plays for today, guys. Hopefully we can sweep the board for you. College football, week 0. Let's hope we can get that sweep. That would be amazing for the first one. But let me know what your favorite team is down below. I am a Kentucky fan myself. And like I said, if this video gets 100 likes, a random comment will win a free month of VIP. So drop a comment below, leave a like, hit the sub, and I'll see you guys in tomorrow's video.